Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of your new favorite podcast, Classic Basic, with Kristen from Bicoastal Vitality. Today we're going to talk about why there is no one diet that fits all. So, Kristen, talk to me. Why isn't there one diet that works for everyone?
Well, there's a lot of factors that go into it. One of them, a main factor being bio-individuality, and what that is basically everyone has a unique biological, genetic, and biochemical makeup. So biologically, we're all made differently. Obviously, we all have different genetics, and we all have a different biochemistry, which is how we process foods and the whole mechanisms inside our body. So that's one. Another one would be your blood type. I think that's a big factor. And that has to do with your blood type, your body type, all of these things, your lifestyle. So besides your genetics, each person there's A, AB, O, and B. So depending on your blood types, that's not my theory. Another doctor created that, did extensive research, but I do believe in it. It's basically tells you what foods are beneficial to your body and what food you should avoid. And then there are some neutral foods also. So we look into that. Obviously, what type of body type you have. We all have different shapes.
Yeah.
And then what lifestyle you follow. So your genetics, your metabolism, hormones are another big issue because depending on what stage of life you're in, your hormones are fluctuating, and that also has to do with your metabolism, your ability to process foods, all of that. And food sensitivities. Certain people have sensitivities even if they don't come up as a celiac disease or a known lactose intolerance, they still might be sensitive to an overload of certain foods.
What do you mean by lifestyle?
Lifestyle meaning what do you do? What does your lifestyle basically consist of? Are you active? Do you work out 3 to 4 times a week? Do you not work out at all? Do you work out 6 or 7 days a week? Because obviously you're burning calories when you work out, so that plays a role. Do you have a sedentary job? Or are you constantly moving around, burning calories? So again, you have to look at the big picture to really get the perfect plan for the patient.
So besides the factors you already mentioned, does your body give you like different warning signs of things that aren't good for you?
They do, but sometimes we don't always pay attention to them. So let's say if a person has a gluten sensitivity, and again, gluten's in everything, so it's really hard to figure it out. But if you have a gluten sensitivity, you might feel, besides the bloating, there are other symptoms you might not even realize, like getting very fatigued, brain fog, joint pains, things like that. If you I've seen people with a shellfish allergy that all they do is start to sneeze when they eat shellfish. So you might not realize it, but that's a symptom. Other people, I've heard of people that get bad acne when they have a lot of dairy. So these are all symptoms that your body is trying to give you warning signs that the food is not the best choice for you.
So I know this is a passion of yours and is one of the things that you focus on in your practice. How did it start? How did it come about?
Well, obviously, I've been a PA for 25 years. I've always been into health and fitness my whole life, eating right, exercising, and I just felt like there was something missing being a PA. So I'm big on preventative medicine. It goes back to my grandmother and my great aunt who always had like a health cookbook, and they didn't even believe in doctors. They just believed they could fix everything with food and, eating right and proper habits. So I guess it comes from there. You could say some of it's genetic, but I really wanted to focus on preventative medicine, because you go to a doctor and they'll tell you need to diet, you need to exercise.
Yeah.
Thanks, that's great. What does that
mean?
Very
helpful. Thank you so much.
Right. Or they'll tell you, your cholesterol's high. Well, okay, well, can we, how do we get it down? Diet and exercise. Okay, thanks. So, nobody really teaches preventative medicine. So I was grateful to have a medical background, but That's why I also became a personal trainer. I became a functional nutrition counselor, which is a little deeper than just a nutrition counselor. It's getting to the root causes of issues, which is what you want to do instead of band-aiding everything with medication. And then the last thing is I became a life coach, because we all have issues that we've been through in life, and that is sometimes why we use these pacifiers of overeating, undereating, drinking, smoking, whatever it is to pacify us. So, yeah. So you need the life coaching to kind of reset yourself. And I do something called mindset reprocessing, because, we all play that, a lot of us play that anxiety spiral movie, right? So it's just, anxiety comes, we go like a tornado. Oh. It's true though. And we can't get off that spiral. So we need to switch the movie. We're tired of watching the same movie. Let's play a different movie. So that's where you have to reset your mindset. And I tell my clients, instead of thinking, oh my God, what if this happens? Oh my God, this is going to happen. I'm nervous about this. Again, is doing absolutely nothing for you. Right. It's not changing an outcome. It's not making anything come faster or quicker. It's just stressing you the hell out. Yeah. So focus on what you can fix. Like, I always use this example. I was a single mom. I really didn't have any help. Had 2 amazing kids, but no help raising them. So I did that. I used to run around like a crazy person and be anxious, but that didn't solve anything. So I learned how to not do that. I learned to have a backup plan, and then a backup plan for the backup plan. Right. So I focused all my obsessive compulsive thoughts into having all that set up. So then I didn't have the anxiety, because if this didn't work, okay, I had this plan, and if this didn't work, all right, then we'll go to plan 2 or 3. Exactly. So that's one thing I try to teach people also, and try to carve in timeouts and time for themselves. So bottom line is, you need the full package for someone to really teach you how to live a healthy life of vitality and, have all those components.
Speaking of clients, what are other steps you take to see which foods work best for them when you work with them?
Well, first of all, I do offer a free 15-minute Zoom call, because I feel like, I'm not pressuring anyone into anything. You have to make sure it's a good fit. I want to know a little bit about you. Yeah. So it's a good way for us to get to know each other and see if you think I could help you, if I think I could help you. And that's how I always tell my clients to start. And then I do offer genetic tests. It's a buccal swab on your cheek, and it basically gives you a blueprint of your body. What internal inflammation, external inflammation, there's a whole long list. There's like 37 different genetic SNPs. But, insurance doesn't like to cover preventative medicine, so I don't push that. It's completely up to the patient. But it does give me a better insight into your body, where the problem areas are, and what supplements would benefit you, and diet plans. Then we do functional nutrition counseling if you'd like that. Again, that's digging a little deeper into things that have happened throughout your life to help me set up a plan for you mentally, physically, and spiritually. And then I offer personal training, via Zoom. We can always do that. And I offer the life coaching, again, via Zoom or in person. I also do emotional freedom techniques, which is like tapping on certain areas of your body, trying to release any harbored, negative experiences that you've had.
So if your clients followed your food and lifestyle recommendations, how long would it take to see results? Because that's what people want to see.
True. And people want instant gratification, unfortunately, right? Which is why they all go on these diet pills, injections, don't get me started. Oh. But, the side effects outweigh the benefits, in my opinion, unless it's a medical emergency. But this takes time. And you have to put in the work, You can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. So I can show you all the tools, but you have to be willing to put in the work. So anyway, to answer your question, it depends on the patient. Just like the diet, the lifestyle depends on the patient, so does to seeing results. If you're going to be diligent and follow the diet recommendations, or food fingerprinting, like I like to call it, because everyone has their own fingerprint, so everyone should have their own food plan based on their body makeup. If you're going to follow it, if you're going to incorporate some exercise into it, and then you would definitely feel better within a few weeks. You'll notice changes, maybe less bloating, less joint pains, whatever it is. And then you will probably start to see physical results anywhere from, it could happen in the first month, 2 months, but 3 months, you should really start to see a difference. Just think of it this way. How long did it take you to get in this position where you're not happy with yourself? It didn't happen overnight.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So it's going to take a little bit to get back on track. But once you're there, there's no greater feeling. And knowing that you achieved it on your own, in my opinion, that's a great accomplishment.
So say there was a person, just for an example, I don't know, type A, works out 4 to 5 times a week, 5'5", great personality, single.
Type A in many aspects, but yeah.
So what are some food recommendations you'd give them?
Well, for a type A, the best diet is a vegan diet, but within that, there are still some foods that you shouldn't eat. For example, you would think vegan, all fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
But bananas and mangoes aren't the best for type A's.
Oh.
So you don't have to be a vegan, though. The main problem with type A's is they have low stomach acid.
Okay.
Doesn't mean they don't have acidic symptoms, but that acidic level never rises to have that protective mucosal layer come up. So that's why they can't break down red meats. Red meats, cured meats, smoked meats, those are the main things they should avoid. Like I said, there's others in every category, but that's the main thing. Because it doesn't process it well throughout your body, and then it doesn't digest it well or excrete it well.
Great.
So that's number one. But then again, someone who might have a gluten or a dairy sensitivity, that might be something else we have to include. If they did the genetic test, I'd be able to tell even more about them. So that would be, either anti-inflammatory, antioxidant diet, that would come up. Their fasting time is big. So you have to know your fasting time, including sleep, how many hours you should not eat because your body needs to rest. And type A's actually tend to be high anxiety.
Fabulous.
But which is why they should incorporate some kind of yoga or Pilates in their workouts, because it helps to relax them.
You just want to do Pilates.
No,
girl.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth. And so that's what I would say for a type A blood. And that's it. A little life coaching, to help deal with the anxiety that might be beneficial.
So there you have it, guys. That's all for today. We've got the key to changing your life, and her name is Kristen. Stay tuned for next episode where we dive deeper into vitality and discuss what a healthy life actually looks like. Bye, guys.
Bye.